So, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing some, YouTube lives. I usually do them on Instagram, but this is an opportunity for me to connect with everybody because not everybody's on Facebook. And so not everybody's on IG, but a lot of people are on YouTube. So just a great way for me to connect. So today I wanted to talk about le joie de vivre, right? The joy of living. As you know, my name is Orlandina Balan, and I'm a holistic lifestyle coach, and I help you to find balance so that you're able to find personal and professional success, and most importantly, to find purpose in your life. Because when this temple is well, it allows it to do the things that it was put on this earth to do. And what I always find amazing is that the very tool that we need to build our businesses, to build our careers, to be present, to be there for our families, the very thing that we need, we abuse because we're just so very nonchalant. And not I don't think it's done on purpose, but I think we get so busy with life that we forget, hey, the very thing that allows me to navigate this life is a thing that I neglect the most. So I try to do things so that we are mindful of that, me included. It's very easy for me to get busy and, not get enough sleep, not get enough rest, and abuse this body. And I have to remind myself, hey, there's no extra body hanging in the closet. So I have to make sure I take care of it. And one of the parts of wellness is le joie de vivre. It is an aspect of wellness. What does that mean? What are you doing that makes you happy? I walk around sometimes and I have discussions because I'm a people person. And sometimes I come across people who are super happy with their lives and what they're accomplishing. And then other people who are like, you know what? I'm in this career because it makes money and allows me to provide for myself and for my family. But it doesn't necessarily make me happy. I always wanted to be a singer. I always wanted to be a musician. I always wanted to be an artist. But the grown-ups in my life told me that these are the things that would not allow me to make money, and I couldn't make a career out of it. So I'm not necessarily doing something that makes me happy, but it pays the bills, right? That's not living a life full of joy. Now, living a life full of joy doesn't always mean that you're going to be happy-go-lucky 24/7. It just means, is there peace? Even on those days that is tumultuous, you're like, you know what, I get it. This is just par for the course, but I'm happy with my life. So what does it mean to be joyful? How do you achieve joyfulness? I got 5 tips for you. 1, rest. Rest not only in sleep, but just pressing the pause button. A lot of times we're ripping and running. I do it, rip and run. But now I'm being so intentional about taking rest when I need to rest. You need to pause. Because it's in the pause, it's in that breath that you're able to see and focus on what's in front of you, and reflect on what was. So there's a need for rest, a time to pause. We love pausing. We love pauses. Think about music. Just when the music is about to drop, there's a pause, and then the beat drops. And you're like, yeah, but it's in the anticipation in the pause that makes that music, that sound just, So that's why we need to rest. We need to be able to take that time to reflect, to change directions, to pivot, right? But to also give us an opportunity to build that anticipation to what is coming next. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, go out into the world. Go out in nature. Take a walk. You could be at your desk all day and you think that I'm going to knock this out, I'm going to grind it out, and you get nothing accomplished because you need to get up from your desk, move your body, just go for a walk. Instead of taking the car to drive to get your coffee, go for a walk. Go walk and go get your coffee. Be out in nature. Go for a walk at the beach. Go for a walk at the boardwalk and just be. I know a lot of times if I'm feeling I need to be out in nature, especially if I feel overwhelmed, I need to be out in nature and just kind of connect to the earth. My favorite place is the beach. I love the water, right? So connect with nature. Practicing mindfulness. That's a big word right now. Mindfulness. And, to the point where sometimes we forget even what it means. Like, what exactly does it mean to be mindful? To be present. Do things that allow you to be present. Social media does not allow for mindfulness. Even I see it. You're scrolling. You're on YouTube, scrolling. It doesn't require mindfulness. It's just going. You never stop to think and process. So that's why some of the activities would involve meditation, painting, writing, reading, things that allow you to just be in the moment. Even going out and having coffee with friends. Be mindful. Take your time when you're eating. Don't eat in front of the computer. Don't eat at the desk. Get up, move away, practice mindfulness, because that means it just allows you an opportunity just to kind of connect with the world around you, because it's so easy for us to be in everything. Number 4, pursue your passions. That thing that you always wanted to do, the instrument you always wanted to pick up, the voice lessons that you always wanted to do, the knitting that you always wanted to learn, just things that really ignite you. Pursue your passions. If you are not working in your passion, or your passion is not included in what you do, go back to it. What was it that you loved to do when you were a kid? Go back to that, because that is part of finding your joy of life. And lastly, connect with people. Social media is great because it allows you to connect with people all over the world, all over the regions, all over the country, wherever. But it doesn't really allow you to connect with people one-on-one. Like really getting to feel people's energy, giving someone a hug. So connecting with people allows you to get a sense of who people are. Because texting them, it's not the thing. But that conversation. And guess what? Our kids need to see this, because our children don't know how to have a conversation. And the word is not conversate, it's to converse. You can have a conversation, you can converse with another person, but we don't conversate. I don't know where that word came from. But teach your children how to have a conversation. A conversation, it requires a listener and a speaker. When that person is speaking, the person who's listening is actually listening. Like, practice that could be a part of your mindfulness practice. When someone is speaking to you, can you repeat what they've said? Or are you formulating your response before they even finished? Right? That is not being a good listener. That's what a good listener does. A good listener pauses and says, let me get this right. You said that. You were feeling. Am I right? That is a conversation. So this is what it means to find those moments, those pauses, to be joyful. It doesn't always mean life is going to be super happy and you're going to be ecstatic over the moon, but it does allow you to take time to process the things that happen in your life that have been amazing, because we're so focused on where we want to go, we forget that where we have been. So, le joie de vivre is not so much a sense of being happy, but all the time. It's a sense of being connected at all times. And how do we do that? We rest, we pause, right? We pursue our passions, we connect with nature, we connect with people, and most importantly, we practice mindfulness. So, it's your girl, Orlandina Balan, and I am the Fitter Woman. And thank you for sharing space with me. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, or anything you want me to talk about, be more than happy to share it. And guess what, guys? Today, at least in New York, it's nice and sunny. I'm going to put my top down, turn my music up. Hey, Venice, how are you? And I'm just going to have this joie de vivre. Look out, we are having our next next Elite Red Stiletto experience in May. On May 7th, we'll be holding our Elite Power, POWHER, Power brunch and networking event with the Elite Red Stiletto experience and the Sister Network. So definitely look out for more information about that. And I look forward to connecting with you. Be bigger, be fitter, be stronger, be good to this wonderful temple called you. And see you soon.